Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Echo Killshot, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today, guys, to prepare for No Way Home, which I'm gonna be seeing in 3 freaking days, bro. That's crazy. Well, technically, like 90 hours. We could say no, 94. I don't know. Regardless, though, I'm seeing it in less than 100 hours, so that's awesome. Tell me in the comments down below, if you guys don't want to get spoiled. That's a stupid question. If you guys, when you guys are seeing the movie, and tell me your thoughts, and come back to this video, but we'll know. Okay, the point is just, okay, let's just get into the video. So today we're going to be doing a Spider-Man movie tier list ranking. So this is going to be my ranking of all the Spider-Man movies. I don't personally think any of them are bad. I really do not think any of them are bad, so I'm probably not going to put them in F tier. But there are, like, out of the ones we have here, there's about one or two that, you know, I don't really, like, appreciate as much, but I definitely like something I can relate to. That's what I'm looking for here. So first off, we are going to start off with Spider-Man 2002. Now, as an origin story, it's pretty simplistic. I mean, at the time, it was new to the superhero genre. Followed the comics really well. So that gives it bonus points. Green Goblin, what is not my favorite villain, but I can definitely like relate to him, like losing something, losing his company. Maybe not a company, but something other than that. But okay. I'm probably gonna have to put it in. I'm gonna have to put it in B tier, okay? And here's why. Every time I rewatch this movie, I don't get that same oomph out of it. And usually when you watch the movie for the first time, you're supposed to get that oomph out of it. If you guys know what I'm talking about, but I don't know, man. If I were choosing a superhero to watch, I would not pick Spider-Man. Just because I didn't find it as enjoyable as all these other ones in terms of action and all that stuff. But it's still a good movie. So yeah, moving on to Spider-Man 2. Now people say this is the best Spider-Man film, and to me I don't think it's the best. I do think it is the second best though, okay? But I'm going to put it does follow a lot of amazing it does follow amazing source material, and it also follows amazing lessons to be taught, to be learned. And I really like that, man. Once again, this movie deals with losing something, Peter not wanting to be Spider-Man no more, and then him trying to figure all that out. And I really like that. So I'm gonna put Spider-Man 2 in S tier. Okay, now for Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, And I probably won't be done talking about. I might even switch some of them up. I don't know yet. I won't be done. I will not be done talking about these movies, even though it seems like I'm putting them in quick placements. I'm just trying to get everything sorted out first to see if I like it. So for Spider-Man 3, it is the longest Spider-Man movie, and it does definitely feel long. There are a lot of elements that I don't really like, because it literally takes what this movie had and squashes it down, even before Peter gets the symbiote. And I was like the writing on that wasn't really good. I think the villains were good though. I think if whoever the actor that plays Venom, I'm being stupid right now. I think whoever plays Venom in this movie should get a second chance if they did like make a Spider-Man 4. I do think if they could bring the symbiote back, I do wish there would be, because the Venom 2018 movie, it wasn't like it made him purely evil. That's not what it does. Um, it just kind of, I guess for this movie they wanted to make the person evil, the host evil, like Peter and Eddie. But yeah, it's still good. It brought a lot of good memes. It brought a lot of fun and joy and action at the same time. Sandman, I love. Cannot wait to see him in No Way Home again. Um, but there are a lot of flaws to Peter's character. Which the only flaws in this movie, in my opinion, are MJ. No, not MJ. Peter and Venom. Okay, that's literally it. Because I know people are complaining about the whole amnesia thing. But if you think about it, like it kind of had to be there. And we can't be juggling like three villains at once, because Spider-Man can barely even handle one or two. But what I'm trying to say about this movie is MJ, she's not annoying in this movie. She definitely has the right to be annoyed by Peter, which I think Sam Raimi does really well. He does care about emotion. And yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this movie's good. I like it. I love it. Definitely slept on a lot. I'm sorry if I'm being like weird about this ranking. I don't know. I just never done one of these before, but it's not as great as Spider-Man 2, but it's really close. Okay, I really like Spider-Man 3. Next up, The Amazing Spider-Man. So people think that this movie is like, the suit is bad. I actually really like the suit. I do not get why people hate it, bro. I really don't. I'll never understand. They say it looks like a basketball, bro. Your forehead looks like a basketball from the way your forehead literally leans on the carpet floor, bro. So shut up. I love the character arc between the Lizard and Peter, or Curtis Connors and Peter. Even though Peter did steal the equation from his parents, it definitely does dumb down his IQ. And but the character development and the relationships are the best, okay? And I really do like that. I love that. So for that, I'm going to put it, do I want to put it above Spider-Man 3, or yeah, I'm gonna put it above Spider-Man 3. This was the very first Spider-Man movie I watched. Technically, it introduced me to Spider-Man, and I'm very grateful for that. So that might get bonus points for that to be put into Spider-Man 3, because man, when I walked into that theater when I was 5 years old, I came out a Spider-Man fan, and ever since then to now, I've just been I just love Spider-Man. Okay, my favorite superhero of all time. That's all I gotta say. So yeah. Next up, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Who people say this is the worst Spider-Man movie. I don't think it's the worst. I do think obviously Harry Osborn is trash in this movie. I'm sorry to the actor, but just no, bro, no, not at all. But I loved Electro in this movie. I love that they made him very vulnerable. And you really feel bad for him. Like I remember feeling so bad for him. It's his birthday. He gets treated badly. Like it's just not right. And then he turns into a villain. Like that's a good villain right there. And people really think he's like a bad villain. That why is he blue? Guys, I don't know if you noticed, but this does follow the Ultimate Comics. Okay. The Amazing Spider-Man universe, well, the TASM universe follows the Ultimate Spider-Man comics. So you're asking why he's not comic accurate? He is comic accurate. You just don't read comics. Okay? So for those of you who are saying, oh, the blue looks disgusting, no, bro, this is probably the best effects, and I'm putting this over Far From Home and Homecoming. This has the best effects and CGI for Electro, his lightning, all of that into a Spider-Man movie. Okay? I don't know why people say he's not comic accurate. Like, he's literally comic accurate. Okay? You just don't read comics. When you guys think of comic accurate, you probably mean, oh, the yellow, but there are different incarnations of it, bro. Like, you could be more specific and say he's not comic accurate to the original comics. But you're not going to say, oh, he's not comic accurate, because he is comic accurate to the Ultimate Comics, which are comic accurate. Okay? So, yeah, I don't know why people hate Electro in this movie. I think he's a great villain. And I'm happy to get more of him in No Way Home. And yeah, man, I like the blue too. But is it above Spider? I'm gonna put it right here. About now, go ahead, say say all that, okay? But look, the reason I have Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2 above Spider-Man 1 is because I feel like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is more rewatchable for me, and especially with that opening scene, like, it just gets you so hyped for the entire movie. Also, I do think the suit is better. But guys, when it comes to Spider-Man, this is a very controversial topic. So I do understand if I do get some hate for it. But I've taken hate before, and it's really nothing new to me, okay? But I would like your reasoning why you disagree with my opinion, and it's an opinion, not a fact, okay? So just making that clear. So yeah, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is going to be put in B tier. It's kind of difficult for me though, because yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not good at these tier list rankings. Next up, we got Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, for the direction they were going, they definitely do follow the Civil War storyline. So it is comic accurate in that sort of way, but the way they handled it, they like to compare it to these ones. But if you make it its own separate thing, and it does follow the comics, the Civil War storyline, you will know that it does follow it pretty well. But I do think Tony Stark needs to be incorporated in this, because it is a Marvel Studios movie, okay? But he's incorporated a little too much. Like, I like what they did with the whole homemade suit. I definitely do think Tom Holland is the smartest Peter Parker, because he was able to make his own web fluid. Okay, those of you who say, oh, Andrew made his own web fluid. No, he got the parts to make it, okay? They were already designed at Oscorp. He just got the parts, did some construction work. Not construction work. He did some wiring, and he didn't make the webs, but he made the mechanical thing to shoot them. Anybody could do that. Anybody, okay? Any engineer could do that. No, but Tom, a sophomore, okay? Sophomore in high school, okay? What is he, 15, 14, literally my age, in this movie, using elements, okay, in chemistry, while he's in the class, to make web fluid that is stronger than Andrew's. Like, the web fluid that he uses is stronger than Andrew's, and I do think it does show a lot of his smarts here, and I really do like that, because that is a big part of Spider-Man and Peter Parker. But where would I rank it? I would probably rank it like, oh, people are gonna hate me so much for this. Probably gonna rank it right there. Probably gonna rank it right there. But yeah, please do not hate me. Please do not hate me. I don't know, man. I just find all these more movies rewatchable than the first Spider-Man. Like, even Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3, I find them more rewatchable than Spider-Man 1. Because I feel like it's just so cliche of a origin story now. days that it's just not rewatchable for me. Like if I was in 2002 and I saw this coming back on the DVD, back in the day, which I wasn't even alive, so how could I do that? But let's say I was, then yes, this would be the Spider-Man movie or superhero movie that I would rewatch. But it just feels like such a cliche sort of superhero origin story that's not the part that's. And plus, I can remember this movie from the back of my head anyways. Like, I want to still be surprised by a movie that I've seen hundreds of times, and I do for these other movies. And it entertains me, and not saying that this one doesn't, but just, yeah. Now, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Some people say this is the best, over Spider-Man 2. I like it. In fact, I like it so much that I'm going to put it above The Amazing Spider-Man, okay? Now, here's why. Not only it brought a new aspect into Spider-Man, but it gave us our first look into the Spider-Verse. That is literally the name of the title. I felt like this movie was more grounded, though, and the story was more original and more comic-free, even though it did follow a comic-y sort of storyline. When I mean comic-y free, it doesn't follow like a plot of a comic, you know? Like, for example, the death of Gwen Stacy. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 pretty much followed that storyline. This one was kind of original, though, in the aspect that you got Spider-Gwen, you got Spider-Ham, you got Spider-Man Noir, you got Japanese Spider-Man, not Japanese Spider-Man, that little girl in the robot Spider-Man, let's just say that. The original Spider-Man, and this was kind of also our first look into what the death of Peter Parker would look like, and it was kind of brutal, man. So if we ever got to see that in live action form, I definitely think it would step up the dark aspects of the Spider-Man movies. So I definitely liked it in that aspect. I don't think it's better than Spider-Man 2 because I felt like Spider-Man 2 had better character stories. Okay, character arcs. How it deals with MJ also, and Harry and Otto Octavius and all these characters at the same time. And I feel like this does that too. Miles trying to become something more, but at the same time we already know, like, and it even gives us a backstory for each of the Spider-Men. So you could really argue that point as well. I just think I kind of like Spider-Man 2 more because I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah. Next up, we got Spider-Man Far From Homies. So Spider-Man Far From Home, I do think is better than Spider-Man Homecoming, as it feels more free in how Spider-Man can't rely on Tony Stark no more because, well, he's dead. But also exploring other places other than New York. Now, though, I just wish Tom Holland's Spider-Man had a bit more web swinging. Like at the end, yes, it had that swinging, which you can definitely appreciate. But as far as the movie goes, man, I don't really know where to put this except I guess I gotta put it. I gotta put it like right here. Yeah, I like that. So this is the ranking. I'm gonna tell you why again. So Spider-Man 1, less rewatchable for me. Spider-Man Homecoming, followed the good story arcs and gave us the smartest Peter Parker. The Amazing Spider-Man 2, followed the comic storyline amazingly. I loved Electro, good villain. Suit is amazing. Action, CGI is amazing too. Spider-Man Far From Home, freaking, what did I just say? Oh, better extent into Peter Parker's story, and goes to different places, but needs more web swinging. Spider-Man 3, memes, Sandman as a villain, and freaking Peter Parker turning evil. And then the Amazing Spider-Man, obviously, character arcs, relationships, good. Animation, original comic-y free storyline, boom. And then Spider-Man 2, character arc, action. It's got all of that, man. It's got pretty much what all these films have mixed into one. I think this one does way better with relationships, though. Mainly for the fact that Mark Webb himself is a master of the relationships in movies. If you go look at his previous movies that he's directed on IMDb, you will see that he likes to do romantic comedies. Not romantic comedies, but romance films. So he definitely knows a bit about relationships. So in terms of relationship goes, this here. But in terms of character arc goes, this one right here. So yeah, that is going to be my ranking, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like down below. Don't dislike the video if you disagree. I mean, I don't really know how I would see it because they removed the dislike button. But what I'm trying to say is, don't be so harsh on this ranking, because I'm pretty sure, I hope a lot of people will agree with it. Like I said, Spider-Man is not the worst film. I could watch it, but it would not be the most rewatchable film for me. The villain is good. The character arc is good, but it follows a very basic cliche origin story. But it's still good. I'm not saying it's the worst, guys. I'm really not. Then again, I grew up with the Andrews, so I might be a little biased in this area. Or I might be a little too harsh in this area. It really all depends on opinion based, guys. But yeah. No Way Home is going to be at the S+++ tier. So I will probably make an updated ranking video. I did rewatch all these movies in advance, so do not get mad at me, okay? So yeah. But thank you guys for watching this tier list ranking. If you guys want to see more tier list rankings on different topics of pop culture, just comment down below what you want me to do a tier list on. Comment down below your ranking, or make a video about it, and I'll watch it, because I got nothing else better to do to wait for this freaking movie to come out. But yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace out.